Welcome everybody back to Nine's Corner. I hope everybody's doing well, feeling well, staying healthy, staying sane. I decided I had to start my reading off by looking into what are you up to, Donald Trump? Why would you consider putting troops at the Canadian border? What did us little Canadians ever do to you? But you know what? Before I do all this, I'm going to show you two things. One, as always, I have my candle lit for each and every one of us. And I'm going to show you my scratch pad. My scratch pad is my little humorous way of keeping little notes on my desk as I'm doing the reading. Please don't be offended, but I just think it's the coolest. It's so funny. So I thought today we need to look into why. Why, Donald Trump? Why? Why would you consider doing it? And are you still considering doing it? Let's have a look. We're going to pick 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. So we have the 2 of Wands. This is more or less, you know what? Opportunity knocked. He thought he could do it and nobody would really be all that bothered by it. He didn't expect to have pushback, and he certainly did not expect to have pushback from Canada. I mean, Trudeau and the Liberal Party were sort of like, hey, we're really good friends, and this is, breaking our treaty. This is not going to do much for our relationship. And it scared me because I don't know what Donald Trump is capable of. Because here is Donald Trump. He is a thin-skinned, weak, authoritative person. I think that this is more about him than it is about the United States. I think he tried to take his opportunity to get his revenge. I think he was trying to get revenge on Justin Trudeau. Let's put it in perspective. Justin Trudeau came out on the world stage and everybody was like, oh, he's so handsome. Then Melania and Ivanka, his daughter, both were portrayed as being, gaga over him in pictures and stuff. And Justin Trudeau also got caught on a hot mic not saying great things about Donald Trump. So I think Donald Trump has a very long memory and just thought, let's just take the opportunity to do it. This is the end result is just really poor timing, not realizing that he was going to get pushed back. But you know what? He's not completely let that go. He's put that on the back burner. He really has. Oh my God, this man. So, my second question is Donald Trump being more unfair towards the Democrats in comparison to the Republicans, in the fact of right now he's going against, New York and Washington and Detroit and anything that looks Democratic. I think there was one Republican that he kind of went after, but I think anybody who does not bow and kiss the badunkadunk of Donald Trump is going to be held an arm's distance and better watch their back. So I just like to look into, is Donald Trump purposefully, is this part of his strategy, is those who kiss the ring get to have and those who don't? Let's just look into what is he thinking. 3 cards. 1, 2. Okay, so we have the 3 of Wands. He's just waiting and seeing, and I do think that we're looking at somebody who's also being influenced outside of America. I think he is being influenced by overseas. But this is more or less taking a wait and see. I'll wait till the last minute, even though people are asking for help. He is going to begrudgingly give help, but what he's offering is nothing in comparison to what he could offer, and he's going to be pushed into it begrudgingly because the result of it is the 5 of Wands. the discord that is being produced. His numbers are up because people need to believe that there's somebody at the helm taking care of business. And Donald Trump almost has a cult-like following, and he uses the power of suggestion, almost like the power, what's that called? The power of the secret. If I say it enough, it'll eventually come true. And if he says it enough, that enough people will go with him and just do it. It's quite scary. It's quite scary. So he has influence, guys, beyond influence. So I wanted to look at the end of March because 9, numerology speaking, is his month of 9, which is his month of ending. So I'm wondering, how is March going to end? What's going to be the plan going in March for Donald Trump? Let's just look at a quick 3 card because we only got a few more days left. Okay. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. So again, here he is. He's waiting. He's trying to see how things are going to pan out. This is his past position. So I think influence will do something, but it won't be till the very last minute will he do what needs to be done. He's weak. He could have been weeks ahead of the game, but he's so afraid to spend a bit of money and the $2 trillion for the economy, and he's good buddies, but then can't spend $1 billion on saving lives. So, and the lives that he's saving or could be saving are the very lives that he's going to be, and the political party is going to be saying, "Oh, woe is me! Now you got to pay for all this." We have the 8 of Cups. I wish I could say this was Donald Trump leaving, but I think this has more to do with he's going to turn his back until he has no other choice. He is leaving it up to fate. He's leaving it up to the power of the secret. And he's doing it because there are secrets he wants to hide. He's got bad dealings. And then I have the 3 of Pentacles, which again is making a plan. It's having something he needs to complete or do. And this is also, his future. He's just considering on, keep the status quo, keep his back turned. Let's look into the plan, because what is it that they're planning? What is the plan that he's trying to accomplish? 1, 2, 3. Okay. We have the King of Swords. So this is Donald Trump. He is so focused on himself, his legal issues. It's like he's so involved in trying to cover up what his misdeeds are. It's like there's just too much bombarding him all at once. Defending himself, like shamelessly. But then we have the World. So this is endings, completions, things happening on a world stage. He is going to be, looked at, and this is not he's being looked at by the entire world because there's a pandemic happening to the entire world. And we are all being called to answer the question of our own morality. What's more important, money or human life? I got the Tower. Oh, the freaking time I get the Tower. Sorry. I'm going to look into this Tower. I need to know, what is this Tower? Is this the Tower because Donald Trump is making poor decisions to cover up for himself? Or is this something, because I keep feeling this feeling of, the U.S. being vulnerable, other people, trying to think about ways to take advantage. We got the 6 of Swords. So this is moving away from difficult times into calmer waters. So this whole shebang that's going to be happening even this tower, it's going to be something that can be dealt with and overlooked at. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So this is somebody who's going to be looking at the details of what Trump has done. This is in the future. So no matter what he does or what he gets away with, this will eventually be looked at. I'm going to pull out the Tower, and let's just have a look. You know what? I'm going to get another deck of cards. Let's have a clarifier for this. My old deck. This is my old but favorite. So let's have a look. When I really clarifiers, this is the best deck to go with the original Rider-Waite. No frills, but it gets the job done. Oops. Okay, let's take those cards. Let's see what's happening with the Tower. Ooh, look, the Queen showed up again. So the Tower, yay. The Tower can mean several things. I think these are enemies that are outside and enemies that are internal. This is Donald Trump wreaking havoc. This is Donald Trump's enablers, allowing him to go to the point of harming people. But this is also, be careful. Be careful. People are watching. You're on a world stage. We have the Two of Swords. So this is weighing out a situation that hasn't come to light. He's not willing or able to look at the situation, because the reality is, if we get it right and we do the social distancing and all that stuff, we shouldn't need to use all the ventilators. But the fact that you would think nothing of filling up your colleagues' pockets with money while making the regular Joe pay it back, it makes no sense. It's affecting the people, the Republican Party. And again, like I said, here's the Queen of Swords. So she is looking at the effect. I say she because it's the Queen of Swords. It could be a he. But this is somebody with authority that's going to be coming in and looking at the situation. Looking at Trump, who's the merchant. And there's going to be judgment. Is this judgment on Donald Trump? Is this judgment on the support? Because let's face it, his numbers have stayed up. And it's representative of how people are feeling. I mean, think about it. Donald Trump can be, jumping the shark, as they say, and saying, oh, by this certain time we should be out. But the reality is, as the weather gets better, people are going to want to get out. He's not wrong. His timeline is awful. And that's something that you could talk to, like at your local deli. This is not somebody who should be running America. So I'm going to pull this card out, and let's see what the judgment is. Is the judgment on America? Is the judgment on Donald Trump? What is this judgment? What is this judgment? Okay. The judgment is going to be about hearing news, thoughts, communications. It's like the whole presidency, everything that's going to happen and will happen over the next little while, it's going to be looked into. Donald Trump is going to continue to be maneuvering left, right. His purpose is to confuse, to misinform, because he is so egotistical that human life is not important. It's, will you kiss my ring? I will let you live. His deeds are causing so much stress and so much worry, and it's going to cause heartbreak. And the reason? Money. he is going to be judged for this terribly. He came into this life, numerology speaking, with a karmic debt. And boy, has he not paid that debt. He's just, wow, 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 wow. Guys, you know, it's so hard because on the one hand, I want to pray, and I'm going to, and I do pray this pandemic away. I want for every human to have the chance to live and to have the care they need. I don't need to tell you what's happening in Spain and the decisions, the life decisions that are being made over there. So I don't want that coming here. I don't want it coming to the United States. I don't want it coming anywhere. But the fact is that, you know, Donald Trump is putting people in harm's way because one life is important. And he has harmed so many people, so many people. God bless. God bless Donald Trump. God bless America. God bless that the people will have the right people in the local places to keep them safe. Because I can't even look at Florida, to be honest with you, because it's just too much. It's too much right now. We'll look into them after a later time because it's just too much. So let's get rid of Donald Trump because I have to ask about Joe Biden. He has been, let me just look. He has been brought up again by Tara Reid. She says he sexually assaulted her. He's had 8 women in the past have said that they felt uncomfortable about the way he, you know, touched them or, you know, was around them. I'm just going to mix up these cards. So I need, and you know, it's hard because on the one hand, you've got Trump who had 21 women that accused him, and he was even, you know, recorded as saying, grab them by the meow meow. And, you know, Joe Biden, Democrat, he's going to be called out by his party because unlike the Republicans who will say, hush, hush, I don't see what, I don't know what you're talking about. The Democrats are like, oh, gosh, you know, we need to look at this. We need to test this. So let's just look. Joe Biden, are you being unfairly prosecuted, or do you have something to be prosecuted for? Past, present, and future. So we have the 4 of Cups. This was not good for either side. I can just look at the cards. Here is choice and sacrifice. I think both parties were in their own minds, like, because I'm seeing the judgment card. Let me just put all 3 cards out. This is laying the blame to one, not without realizing your part in it. So I think, yes, I think he probably did take advantage of her. I think, yes, she at the time did not have the Me Too movement behind her to say something. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was money offered or some kind of quieting down. And it's hard because the judgment card could be against both. Because there's a lot of people that would love to see Biden go down. You know, they're bringing up her past, saying that she was a Russian supporter, that she was very sympathetic towards Putin. But that, no matter what you say about somebody, does not make it okay or make it not happen to her. And these cards are telling me that there was a decision. I think Biden made the decision to go for it without worrying about her. And yeah, there's something not so great here, guys. Will it affect him? Let's have a look. I mean, in my previous reading, I mean, We don't see Joe Biden making it, even though everybody's pushing him to the forefront. I said there was something he knew that we didn't. Even he knew that he's not up to the job. And November is still a long time off for him. Let's just have a quick look. Is it going to affect his job? 7 of Wands. He's going to be defending himself, and he's going to have defenders. They're going to try to keep this quiet, but it's going to keep reoccurring. It's keep coming up. I don't know that he has the wherewithal. He's confused. He's not able to communicate and keep things straight in his head the way they always did. Yeah. Here's the loss again. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some money around this. I hope not, but I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah. Guys, oh guys, oh guys. So, that's my reading for today. I'm hoping tomorrow to look into the economy. How are these stimulus packages around the world going to affect the economy? What's going to happen now that China's back online? Are they going to build up quickly and take advantage of the pandemic? Let's look into it. So I'm wishing each and every single one of you health, good dreams, good everything. Wishing you light for your darkness. Take care.